25 of 365. Had school all day today. Still at a point where I feel I haven't quite got my groove yet since this term started. Pretty much has happened every term. You gotta find, I guess, your flow, really. Not just for getting to classes and all that, but what you do if you have, an hour or two between classes. I got into a point for a while there where I knew I'd read a book or I'd go to the open access lab and work on something. I haven't really got there yet. I just feel like I'm kind of flubbing around. But I'll get there. I will get there. Let's see, what do we do? Watched a movie, half of a movie, Doctor Strangelove. Good Stanley Kubrick film. I enjoy it. Came home. We were going to have roast beef, but it just did not happen. It was in the slow cooker. It is worth it once you get to that point to eat it, but sometimes it takes a little too long, so we ended up getting pizza. So much for not having crappy takeout food. But the good news is there'll be delicious roast beef tomorrow. It's really tender and delicious. We watched Fallen with Denzel Washington, so that was a good movie. I hadn't watched that for a while, so we pulled that out. I like it. It's pretty flawless. It's one of those movies where they could have used cheats, but they didn't. If you watch it and then you watch it again, at no point do they cheat. They're very true all the way through. And for anyone who's wondering what a cheat is, to me, it's any time in a film when the filmmaker or whoever is responsible for the final product put something in there just to throw you off. If you want to know, Ocean's 12, the whole movie's a cheat. I got a migraine headache and started bleeding out of my nose, especially when we got to the end to find out that it was just a cheat. That the whole thing is only to throw you off and no other reason as an audience, and that's bullcocky. Unless you can do it in a way that's legitimate to the story. So if you can put things in there that keep you guessing, but then at the end it all makes sense and it's like, oh, it was there for a reason, that's fine. But if it's like, oh, it was just there to make the movie more interesting than it actually is, I don't know, I want to punch those people in the nose. But violence is not, I'm not promoting violence, bad things. So then, what did we do? Worked on a few more school stuff, and I'm still getting into that too. What do you do at the end of the day? You want to wind down a bit, but how long do you wind down? It used to be I'd give myself an hour. Now an hour turns into the whole night. But before I go to bed, I do try to get done what needs to be finished before I can go to school the next day, or for the week at least. I don't like playing the whole doing things the night before or the hour before or whatever. I try to get it done pretty well down the road. So getting into that mode as well. I was reading my journal at the end of these, but I don't know, my teacher was drinking or something when I was 8 or 9, because it's like we do it and then obviously there's a break on the weekends, but then it'll be like right now there's not another entry until the 30th, so there's just like a week of no entries, and I don't know, there was no break that I know of, a week-long break in the near the end of the school in January back in 89. I don't know. Anyways, that is today. Check you later.